just went everywhere. Anyway, so
What went everywhere?
just went everywhere.
Your soul?
Anyway,
Your brain?
so like we're going after Guppy. Do you like read comics and stuff?
No. I really should. Did you end up finishing that Pokemon anime I gave you? Manga, sorry?
Yeah, it did.
Was it good?
Yeah, they're all good. They're pretty good, yeah. Well, actually, I actually think the localized version of that manga is better.
What does that mean, localized?
The American version,
Right.
basically, like translated from Japanese, you know? Because the one you gave me, right? That is very Pokemon anime, you know?
But it is in English.
Yeah, it's in English, right? But
Is it like direct translation?
direct,
So yeah, shit would make a lot of sense.
yeah, direct translation, you know? There's a difference between translation and localization, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if people get that.
Well, it's just different languages, like the way they frame sentences and the way shit is put is just so different. It's not just like the exact words translate over.
Yeah, like, I had to double take with some of the lines in that. Because, like, I was just like, did he say that? Did I read that right? I'm not sure if it did. But, yeah, the localized version of that's better. But the localized version of, Pokemon Adventures is totally better than the one that you gave me. Because, like, in the localized version, camera please. I think Luigi's shells might be faster. 'Cause normally I don't think you'd be able to catch up with that guy. So the localized version is written better. Like, there's no Pokemon anime shit in it, you know? You get what I mean?
Yeah, I feel it.
But it's so good though. It's the thing, like, I love that manga. It is so good. Like that manga, right? Pokemon Adventures, okay? Pokemon Adventures should be the standard that all video game adaptations should, like, live by, you know? Because it is so good. But, like, God, what was I saying? Like, you know those comics that are like comics? I know, that's a sentence and a half. That could be in a direct translation.
Comics are like comics? No. That makes no sense.
Yeah. If you know what? Let me just say this. If you want like an example of like direct translation gone very wrong, have a look at the Mega Man X6. Because Mega Man X6, oof. Just oof. In fact, really, Mega Man X6's dialogue could be the essence of pure oof, you know? No one has found the pure oof reserves yet, but one day they will find the pure oof. When they do find the pure oof, then money shall be had. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, so you know those comics that, like, have you seen, like, like comics, or not even just comics, right? But like stories in like any form of media where it's just like, what? There's multiple of me, you know?
Not really. I don't really know what you're talking about. Like, can you give me an example?
Not really. It's like,
I don't really read comics, so that's probably why I'm not.
I don't read comics either, but you see these stories where it's like, ooh, there's lag. Ooh, there's lag. Where it's like alternate universes and shit, you know?
Ah, yeah. Like
Okay, I hate
Superman and.
Yeah, like suit.
shit,
Oh,
the-
fuck!
Oh fuck! Get that shell, boy.
This seems to be lagging a little. I don't know why.
Luigi's too fast for the game.
That makes sense. But like, as you see, like these stories where it's like in an alternate universe, and it's just like, oh no, Superman destroyed the Twin Towers. Oh no, he did it.
And he's got purple hair. Superman destroyed the Twin Towers. Jesus Christ. Call him like Superman a fucking terrorist?
Oh my god.
Jesus, dude.
I literally just said the first thing that
Fuck
came
it
out
up.
of my head.
Yeah, we just used this majorly tragic event that killed fucking thousands of people.
Literally
Put that in the Superman comic. That's a great idea.
The first thing that
Fucking
came to my
idiot.
head. Why?
Superman destroyed the Twin Towers. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is my brain for? Like,
Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine if they put that in a comic? Like, the outrage would go into that.
there'd be more outrage than... Actually, it might be the same amount of outrage as Batman's penis. Who knows? I don't. No, I'd probably be more outraged.
You'd certainly have to. But, you know,
God, that still surprises me. It's like the amount of outrage from like an official drawing of Batman's penis makes all of like the fanfic artists crawl back into their little holes and go, "What? My interpretation of a bat penis? Hold on. What? My interpretation of a bat penis wasn't correct? What? You know?" But like, fucking, you know, you gotta have the snorts.
there would be people out there.
There would be
obsessing
people
over
that
drawing
did
Batman's
that.
cock.
You know? But like, you just, what was I trying to say? Yeah, I hate alternate universes, is what I'm trying to say.
I feel like a bit of a cop out.
Yeah,
I'm lazy.
lazy boy cop fight. You know?
But then again, eventually, like, with superhero comics, like, the amount of fucking material they have, like, surely you just run out of ideas. Like, the amount of Superman comics, or any superhero
You could just
that exists.
end it,
Yeah,
you know?
that's also a great idea.
It's like,
But then we wouldn't get masterpieces like Batman v Superman.
you know? It's like, when did anyone ask for Superman to become a babysitter?
Does that ever happen?
I don't fucking know, but it probably has. I just came up with that at the top of my head. It probably has happened in the Superman comic. You know? It's like the adventures of wacky Superman.
Super Nanny Man.
The adventures of Super Nanny! What the fuck is my head? I hate me, you know that? It's just like... Ugh.
You're like, this whole dilemma trying to put the kids to bed.
No, they get some fucking... The fucking kids find some fucking... Kryptonite. Kryptonite sex toy in fucking mum's drawer. and use it against Superman. I'm gone. My brain is gone. Phil, my brain is gone.
You're in some weird territory.
Phil, my brain is gone. It ran away about 5 minutes ago. There it is over there.
It's frolicking in the sun.
It's frolicking in the sun.
Oh, you're stewing in the shade.
It's frolicking on this one. Shit.
Super Nanny Man sounds like more of a mundane
Super
superhero.
Nanny Man.
Yeah.
Can men be nannies?
Yeah, of course they can.
I thought nanny was implied feminine or something.
That's why it's a Nanny Man.
That
It's super.
how? Shit. It's a nanny man. Oh, I can't get up there. Superheroes are just such a weird concept. You know what I mean? You know, there is a guy that probably gets paid to think of new situations for Superman to be in.
Yeah, it's called a writer.
Maddie, come on. Yeah.
I fucking hate. I'm just gonna say I really don't like Superman.
Why? Because of the whole he's Superman
I just
thing.
find it kind of boring. I don't know. I've never been into Superman. I don't dig it. I think it's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
People probably hate me for that, but yeah, what are you gonna do? It's not for me.
I hate Marvel, so you know.
It's just too
People
powerful.
hate
It's just boring. I don't know.
you know. He's Superman, but he has a weakness. Rocks. Green rocks to be
Lightly coloured
precise.
crystals.
We'll call it crystalline. No,
Crystal meth.
crystalline.
We should start selling crystal meth and we'll call it kryptonite.
Ah, yes.
That's
Sometimes I
like
feel
free
like
money.
sometimes I feel like Batman is a bit of a bad rap, you know. Superman, I mean. But it's just like,
I've never seen Superman. I've never read the comics, so it's probably. But I've never seen a superhero movie I've liked. Superman movie. Everyone has been fucking shit.
all of them.
The ones I've seen, I thought were bad.
What ones have you seen?
I've seen Man of Steel.
Oh well, yeah, of course. If you start off with fucking Man of Steel,
I think I saw one of the old ones when I was a kid, but I remember thinking that was kind of stupid.
What?
Like the one where he's like flying, you can see like the strings holding him up.
Oh yeah,
Christopher
but that's
Reeves.
because of the time.
Yeah.
I can excuse that, you know.
Oh yeah, but I didn't really like it. I've seen like Batman vs Superman, awful.
Well, duh. It's a fucking DC movie. You know? What do you expect, Phil?
It's weird how like the Dark Knight trilogy,
Yeah, which I haven't seen.
they're amazing, but that's not a DC movie.
Yeah, it's Batman.
I know, but it's a Christopher Nolan movie. But he just uses Batman.
Phil.
But like you wouldn't classify it as like a DC movie.
Phil.
Yes, Will.
Get out of my house.
Okay.
You would. That could be the world's most retarded statement right there.
Well, no, it's not.
Oh, it's a Batman movie, but it doesn't have Batman in it, you know?
That's not what I fucking said at all.
Well, that's quite similar.
No, but you don't think it was a DC because it's a fucking Christopher Nolan film. Like, it's different. It's not like you wouldn't just think it was like a DC movie. I don't know.
It's got Batman in it.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
You know? That makes it a DC film, Phil.
I don't think you're getting what I'm putting down.
No, I am. It's just incredibly dumb. You know? But, people don't think those are DC movies?
No, they don't, because it's more of just a Nolan, like, it's more of his own... It's like if a new DC movie comes out,
Yeah.
you just think, oh, like another fucking DC movie, great. But like with the Nolan things, it was so different. It was completely just his style. It was like him making a movie that just happened to have Batman.
Was Batman?
No, technically it's DC. I'm aware of that. People wouldn't think of that as a DC movie. People think there's a Nolan movie featuring Batman.
Featuring Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Featuring Batman.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Oh, welcome to the Christopher Nolan magic show featuring Batman as my assistant, you know? The Christopher Nolan Theater.
So who's okay?
Who's?
Give me a second.
Who's?
Like just said Justice League.
I need a fucking drink. You know, it's sad, really. It's a big old shame. Oh yeah, that makes sense. It's a big old shame that fucking the good Teen Titans is gone, you know? It's kind of saddening.
See, but so the Justice League was produced by DC Studios.
Yeah?
The Dark Knight franchise was produced by a completely different company,
Who?
Legendary Pictures, and distributed by Warner
But a
Bros.
lot of them make... I feel Legendary Pictures makes a lot of them. Is the thing. Because if that's the case, then what's the one after Dark Knight?
Dark Knight Rises.
No, I meant in terms of superhero films. Like, there seems to be a lot more shells here than there were before. Like I meant in terms, like what's Man of Steel? You know, wasn't Man of Steel after that?
Yeah.
Okay, who's that made by? Is it made by DC or fucking Legendary Pictures or Christopher Nolan or whatever he's called? Yeah.
DC Entertainment.
Shit, I missed.
That's DC.
Oh, no! Oh, we failed twice. These two are the hard ones. You said DC, right?
Yep.
Why didn't they just start with their own movie thing in the first place? You know? That was a weird thing. You know? They just started making the films in the first place. So they had to add Christopher Nistifer into it. You know? I think there was something about this race in particular that was dumb. I think you have to... There we go. That's it.
Cool.
Fuck off! Fuck off! Like, right off. Right off. I'm mad now. You know? In fact, I'm so mad that I can't even force myself. Like, I can't even be angry, you know? Like, I want to be angry, but I'm just deadpan. It's deadpan day. You know? But, it's a shame that, the old Teen Titans, isn't gonna return, really. You know?
Maybe it's for the best. Just leave it. Leave
What?
it anymore.
What'd you say?
Maybe, you know, if they don't return, then it's good, so they don't fuck
No. Oh, come on. Really? No! No! Boo!
Sitting on the star like a punk.
Yeah, that's what he does. It's funny, though. Yeah, these two races are super hard with Luigi. What was the fucking trick? Can you, like, look up the trick for me or something?
Nah, you'll figure it out.
No, I know it's like a combination of like 3 buttons, but I don't
Hey,
know
how did
what.
he get the shell?
He gets it the same way I do. Whoa, did you see that? Whoa! That's a... What the fuck is going on here? That's... Whoa! Get them! No, but it...
Oh, why'd you do that?
I need to get rid of my thing. There we go. There he be sad. Anyway. No, but you know what the thing is, right? They're not... The old Teen Titans show, like the good one, is really good. Welcome back to direct translation starring Will, where he says shit that is pretty much a direct translation of a sentence that is probably in a different language altogether. You know? But no, the old Teen Titans show is really good. It's a good show. You should watch it. You gotta, you know? But like, then they made like a Teen Titans Go, which is stupid. Like, the thing is, right? It's... From what I've seen of it, right? Teen Titans Go is like... It's written mostly bad, you know? Like, it's written mostly bad. You know?
Well, that's not what you want, is it?
Yeah, but there are some good, like, jokes in there that I've seen, you know? But it's written mostly bad. And by that, I mean written for kids, you know? That's what I mean.
That's a cardinal mistake.
That's a cardinal mistake. Because Teen Titans, you know? Like, the old Teen Titans show was, like, pretty serious at some points. It was still kind of silly. But, like, yeah. It's, like, super childish. Like Teen Titans Go is. But there are some good jokes. Like, I saw a clip from it where, like... Let me just say that... Wait, did he... He said 40. I saw that there was an episode of Teen Titans Go. Can I get them all? Oh, come on, really? Where, it was an episode where, like, the animators were, like, kidnapped. No. It was like an episode where the whole point was that the animators of the show were in it.
Right, like breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, like breaking the fourth wall, literally. You know. Yeah, I can do it without touching the water. But I keep my D. Anyway, so the thing about that episode, right, is that it had a musical sequence. I'm not sure if all the musical sequences, but in the musical sequence, right? These fucking cartoonists, right, are like the... I commend them, but also kind of hate them, you know? Because, like... the clip in a said episode, right? Dun, 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 dun. Was in the fucking brain. Can you work, please? In the musical sequence, they were showing like how, like what they do with their jobs, and like they were saying in it about how it's like for the kids. Like the whole thing was like them responding to the criticism of the show, you know?
But why would they do that in the show?
I know, it was
strange.
it's fucking strange, right? They made a song in the show about like people, like directed at the people responding to the criticism about the show, like responding to the critics of the show. And like some of the scenes of it were like, they had like a storyboard, right? And on the storyboard it just said fart. So it's like they're both taking the piss out of themselves and their critics at the same time.
That's pretty funny.
And that's fucking... That's just fucking weird, you know? Why? Like, how do you construct that?
Maybe fart was an acronym.
No, it wasn't. There were no ducks. But, like, how do you construct that? It's, like, so strange. And we're done here, apparently. Like, you could... And, like, I saw another joke, right? Which I don't know how the fuck they got away with this. But there was a Teen Titans Go movie recently. Where, like... Stan Lee made a cameo in it. I'm not sure if you get that off the bat. Stan Lee.
Yeah, the guy, the Marvel dude.
Yes, Stan Lee.
Yeah.
You know.
He's in fucking everything.
Yes. But you know, like the whole joke. I don't know enough. But the whole joke was that Stan Lee's just in the background, right, being a janitor, and he fucking comes to the foreground. And I'm like, I'm Stan Lee.
So the
I love my small cameos. And then fucking some guy comes up to him, goes, show. And then fucking Stanley goes, oh no, it's a DC movie? And it's just like, you do have good writers there. Why aren't you using them? You know?
Maybe they only come in on Thursdays.
Yeah. Why aren't you using your good writers that you clearly have? You know?
Is the joke that Stanley you shouldn't really notice him in the cameos, like he's kind of in the background?
That too. There's that, and also that he's in a DC movie. So it's like a double joke. You know? But as well as that, he fucking returns later in a chase sequence and he goes, I don't care if it's a DC movie. I love my cameos. And it's just ridiculous, you know? So you do have good writers there, Teen Titans Go. However, you seem to not be using them often. That's the thing too. You want to know something? I hate... Here we go again. Okay.
Here we go.
I hate fucking... just the whole stigma around kids shows. You know? You know what I mean? That is just...
on that a bit more.
Okay, that is just like childish shit that's childish. You know? Don't do that. You know? Like, do you see kids shows nowadays that don't have at least one fart joke?
That's a fucking crime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kids are a lot smarter than people give them credit for.
Yes, exactly. That is my exact fucking point right there, my good man.
Yeah, I feel you.
That is exactly what I mean.
I mean, unless you're making shows for like literal 3-year-olds, like fucking Peppa Pig or some shit, then whatever. But
Yeah.
for the age group of like 5 to 10,
No, but even then, right? There's an art to making shows for children. You know?
yeah, 100%. It's like writing children's books. I mean, that'd be really tough.
Yeah. There's an art to making shows for children to make them not feel stupid. You know?
Mm.
You know Play School and stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
shit like that. Did you ever watch that
Yeah,
when you were
of course.
children? Okay. Did you feel patronised at all?
It was pretty bad like that.
Okay. Because, like, they have to find a way to act like they're not acting like a patronising fuck,
I mean,
but also make it so that the children can understand it.
yeah,
you know?
and they have to be like, like really energetic and up and about.
Yeah, that. But there's still an art to it.
Yeah, no, Play School was fucking good shit.
You know?
Sesame Street, that was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, Sesame Street's a good example of that too, actually. Because, like. Do you remember that fucking thing on Sesame Street? Where, like. I'm not sure why I'm remembering this. But it was like. That fucking PSA about not wasting water.
No.
And it was like a fucking. Like, a fish in a pond, like, next to a house. And then some boy walks into the house's bathroom and turns the tap on, which drains the water from the lake for some reason, which is not how it works, you know?
Wait, it's not? I thought I was killing like a sea of fish every time I had a shower. This isn't the reason I was showering.
You know, which is not how it works. So, like, that's real fucking, like, this pond, this pissily little fish pond. See this one up? This one up is literally only for Luigi, I'm pretty... Oh, no, you need the spring to get that one up, never mind. That's why I have the spring here. Anyway, so... It's like a PSA about not wasting water, right? And, ooh,
You just walked off the edge, good sir.
that's slippery feet for you. It's like a PSA about not wasting water, which is like it's a cartoon. It's not like Puppet Twist time, where like it's a fish in a pond, like one of those. It's like one of those backyard ponds that you see, you know. Like your neighbour might have one of them, you know. Yeah, your fancy neighbour that's
Oh,
way
Greg.
too fancy for your own good, you know.
Moneybags Greg.
Hello, I'm Moneybags Greg.
Have you seen my pond?
No. My fish pond is looking awfully nice today, don't you think? Yeah, Moneybags Greg. Why, I saw on Sesame Street that using tap water drains my fish pond, so I use bottled water only.
And I haven't showered in a year.
See this? I have a bottled water tap. I put a bottle of bottled water on the bottom of my bottled water tap, and then the bottled water comes out from the bottle to the tap.
You know exactly, you sound like so fucking much with that voice. Bulma's dad?
Oh my god, it is Bulma's dad!
Are you sure you don't want to wait for the cappuccino?
I was trying to remember. Are you sure you don't want to wait for the cappuccino machine?
You say this now.
But that was a really good part of it too. But anyway, so I mean, the boy like brushes his teeth, right, using like a tap. I think I'm gonna do Dreadnought first. So using like a tap, right? He brushes his teeth and then like he's keeping the water running while he like
Oh,
brushes his teeth.
who the fuck does that?
Yeah, I know.
And how dumb do you have to be to do that?
But like, so it's just draining this teeny fish pond with it that has like a singular fish in it, and like, and then like he rinses off his toothbrush, and like, like the fish pond like only has like what the hell? Only has like a milliliter of water left in it, so the fish is like barely alive, and then the fish goes like, "Don't waste water," and it's just fucking strange. It's strange.
See, if you want to, you know, get kids to be more like aware or conscious, like you can't just straight up lie to them, because this is not how water works. You know.
That's not how water works.
Like you can explain why wasting water is bad in a way that a kid can understand. But you can't.
Maybe that wasn't Sesame Street. Although I'm pretty sure it was Sesame Street. Might have been something else, but I'm pretty sure it was Sesame Street. But there was a PSA that was that. You know, and it was on the children's channel. I'm not sure if it was on Sesame Street or something. Maybe it was just like an ABC PSA or something. I don't know. But I remember it. You know what else I fucking remember?
What?
This is probably like this is probably like a 2000s thing, because I was born in 2000. You probably wouldn't have seen this. But there was a show, right? On fucking like ABC 2 or something like that. Come on. There you go. Where like, it was like these two gay guys in a house that had like a bunch of doors.
Will and Grace.
Yeah, it was definitely Will and Grace, definitely. No, but like, it was just this two. I think they were brothers actually. I don't remember, but they wore the same shirt, so I'm just assuming. But like, it was this like children's show where like it was a house, right? And it was like it was a house with like a bunch of differently sized doors, right? That were just in the walls for some reason. You know?
Sounds like could be maybe a dream you might have had.
It was not a dream that I had, because that's where I learnt of Burple, you know? That's where I learnt that Burple was a colour. It's from this show about the doors. The house that has a bunch of fucking doors in it.
Oh, like any normal house.
Yeah. Like, you know the, what's it called? Like the Winchester Mansion or something?
Why does it sound familiar?
Because Red Letter Media did like of the movie, you know, like they did a half in the bag of the movie of it, because there was a movie of it recently. It was a horror movie. Like the mansion that women thought spirits were voting with, so they just they just like put a bunch of doors in like hallways that led to nowhere in it. Imagine that, but like a fucking set on a children's show.
Right.
You know?
And
Except the
how'd you know
doors
guys were
led to
gay?
somewhere. What?
How'd you know the guys were gay?
I don't know, they wore the same shirt.
What does that just mean? You like men?
What?
Does that automatically mean you're into men if you wear the same shirt as another man?
And pants.
Oh, he didn't say pants. Okay, say them more.
It's like they dress the exact same or something like that. I'm pretty sure they were gay. But like, it was a show that. I wish I could remember the name of it so I know that I'm not an insaniac. Okay? You know that? Like, I just want verification on this fucking door show.
You sound a bit crazy right now, to be honest.
You know? Because like, they went through like a door, right? Like in a wall, like a slightly smaller than normal sized door, okay? And then they ended up in a fucking art dimension. You know? Like just like this art room in wherever the fuck that was an art room that isn't necessary. I was in the loop. That was like It was, it was like a fucking CGI art room or something.
Right.
But like human people were in it. And like, the human children were telling these grown-ass gay men about Burple. You couldn't make this shit up, you know? And then they just exited from this Burple dimension. You know, they went through like a door in the wall or the floor, you know, that was slightly tinier than a normal door. Ended up in a CGI art room. Oh, come on, man. Really? Really? And then talks to this little girl about the colour purple for like 2 minutes. And then they left back to their house of many differently sized doors. You know?
That actually sounds quite interesting.
I don't fucking know what it was called. And then there was this fucking other one of the same show where like they went through the tiniest door and it went to a fucking sub-basement where like a bunch of junk was, and I think that one was about not littering or something. I don't know.
Not hoarding?
Maybe that one was a dream. But it's fucking freaky. I remember on the first session we did of Luigi, we were talking about things that you weren't sure if it was a dream. Come on!
Yeah, yeah.
You weren't sure if it was like a dream or not.
Yeah.
This is my one. I just want to know if this door show is real.
Like it could be an actual dream.
I want to know if I dreamed about these two gay men going through many doors to many lands. This is getting ridiculous, Phil.
Oh yeah, now it's getting ridiculous.
But even I'm not so sure about it anymore, you know? That's better. Yeah, that does sound like a real show though, doesn't it?
I really wish you could like crystal clear remember every single dream you've ever had. It'd be so awesome.
Except this show wasn't a dream!
Well, according to you, but yet to be proven.
It's not a show. It's just fucking weird, okay?
Have you ever had recurring dreams?
Oh yeah, sometimes.
Fuck, they're really intense.
Sometimes in a recurring dream, like, I've had this, okay, that's impossible. So, you're like, you know you've had the dream before, so like you stop yourself from dying at the end of it. And it's just
that's
weird.
interesting. I've never had that.
You've never had that?
I've never had a dream where... I can't recall one dream where I've died.
Oh, I thought you meant the thing about changing the fate.
No, but I've never had it.
That was just a hypothetical. That was just a hypothetical.
I've only been in control of one dream my entire life. I remember that so clearly.
I remember that so
Because I remember it was about a year ago and I was in school. And I was like doing all this homework. And I was like stressing for exam. And then I like suddenly had this clear thought. I'm like, hang on, you're fucking 22 years old. Why are you in high school? Doesn't make sense.
And then
I'm like, holy shit, I'm in a fucking dream.
And then when you realise that, you like can take control of the dream and just go,
Yeah.
I want a girlfriend for a few minutes, you know? That actually happened. That's an actual dream I had.
You
I had a
dirty
dream,
bastard.
but
No, I'm just kidding, go.
I had a dream where like something terrible was happening for me,
Yeah.
to me, or something. I don't know what it was. I was just like walking along the street, and then for some reason, I was just like, I've never been here before. This doesn't look familiar to me at all. It must be in a dream. I want to have some sex right now. And I had some sex. End of it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
But yeah. It's just like... It's so weird.
It's such a fucking strange feeling.
I kind of...
You're kind of in control, but you're not in control. Like I remember it was like I was trying to walk towards shit, and everything just kept sort of floating away, and I was trying to catch up.
Yeah.
But I knew I was dreaming, so it was really strange.
I really wonder if there's like a guy that can just control his dreams.
Yeah, lucid dreaming.
That you like raised himself in the art of dream food or something like
There
that.
really is people that do that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called lucid dreaming.
Oh
It's
shit.
like a practice.
Ouch.
I don't know if it's legit, but people do it.
I was like, how? I can't always do that. Because if I could go anywhere, anytime, just by simply thinking of it, we'll have the illusion of going anywhere, anytime, I mean. You know, just by kind of thinking about it, I'll do that. You know?
It would be cool, but I don't know. I feel like it'd take a lot of hours of practice.
No! Slippery feet. But yeah, so, it is strange though, like, the art of kids shows, again, because I like talking about this, because it's just it's a nice subject, you know?
Wholesome.
Yes, wholesome. It's like the art of kids shows, that was weird, is like it's an art. It is an art, literally. Because like I said before, you gotta find a way to not act like a patronising fuck. Because like, if you were to say, right, this might be a bit of a weird question, okay? But, what the fuck happened there? If you were to say, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? That, like,
No, not yet.
the not patronising thing.
Oh, yeah.
What kids show do you reckon did that the best?
Kids show.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm struggling to think of
Like
kids shows.
edutainment show or something.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm struggling to think of kids shows I was really into as a child.
Yeah, probably.
My memory is just so awful.
Did you see the one about the two gay guys in the doors?
No. Well, I've seen Will and Grace, which I'm not ruling out. It might be that.
Wasn't that?
Kind of have like really vague memories of watching Blue's Clues when I was younger. You ever watch that?
Blue's Clues was the shit.
Yeah. What else? What else was there?
No one can replace Steve. Or the other guy. What was the other guy?
I have no idea,
So
man.
there were two guys on that show or something, right? You know what's weird, right? Apparently, right? That's actually kind of a fun fact. Apparently, in Britain, right, Blue's Clues has... There were two different hosts for it.
Really?
Yeah. But, like, depending on where you are, you would get either an American guy called Steve, or, like, a British guy who no one remembers.
Interesting.
But I think we got both of them. I think, like, when the American... Like, I think we got both of them, is the funny thing. Because I clearly remember in my head seeing both Steve and the other guy.
I don't even remember seeing any of them, man. I don't remember fucking anything about that.
How do I remember these? You know?
You seem to have a really good memory for this stuff. It's impressive. My childhood's just like a hazy dream. Like I don't really remember a whole lot.
See, the thing is, right, most of my childhood is a hazy dream too. But, like, the latter half is. You know? Like, I can't remember what happened in 2012. You think I can remember that? You know? Because I think, my brain sort of patches out the bad shit, you know?
Represses it.
Yeah.
It's also it might have been more boring in your life. Like when you're a child, like everything's new. And,
Yeah.
you know, everything's crazy.
You go, Blue's Clues, oh boy! Time to find a clue! You know what's actually funny? Here's another fun fact about Blue's Clues that you may not know, Phil.
Okay. I do like a fun fact.
Did you know that Blue was a girl?
Really?
Yes.
Mind blown.
Yeah. like, you would think that Blue is not a female, you know?
Oh, this is gonna be fucking close.
Nah, failure.
Oh.
Which is odd. It's weird. You would think that the pink dog on that show would be the girl, right? But I think they're both girls. It's odd, you know? You wanna know something else that's odd about that show?
What?
The fucking salt and pepper. You know?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
Nope.
There was like salt, pepper, and then later there was like a paprika.
What was the function of these spices?
I don't remember that. What I do remember is that, like, the paprika was supposed to be... No.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah, this is tough. How did we do this the first time on the Mario one?
This one took a couple of tries.
No, it didn't. We did this on the first try on the Mario one.
Oh, really? I thought I remember you doing multiple takes.
Nope.
Tickle me pink.
Yeah. So, like, I'm pretty sure the paprika roll, how you fucking pronounce that shit. Oh, that ain't gonna do it.
Oh, you did
There
it.
we go. Anyway, so I remember the paprika being like the kid of the salt and pepper. Like it was like a young babby salt shaker.
Right.
Which is like, how does that fucking work? How?
Indeed.
Like, who thought it was a good idea, right? To give, like, children who watch Blue's Clues an idea of, like, fucking sex or something by having a, like, just the idea of a salt and pepper shaker doing it. It's just weird.
You don't think they made paprika either. I guess that kind of makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah. Have you had paprika before?
No, I haven't. Actually, I might have. Isn't it like spicy?
Yeah.
So that means it's like more pepper than salt.
Yeah.
So what? Oh, that's confusing. If paprika, right, is more pepper than salt, right?
Yeah.
And that...
Look, I'm going to wager a guess they probably didn't think this the whole way through.
Okay, well, we are... A paprika is the more pepper than salt. Come on, Luigi. There's more pepper than salt, right? And... Then, I actually think that paprika in the show was a girl, actually, which is funny. So maybe it actually is that it's more pepper than salt. I don't remember. It's an androgynous. Anyway, what the fuck would be like the more salt of that? Like, super salt?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like garlic salt? Oh, hey there! I was wondering if you'd like to meet my son, Garlic Salt.
I certainly would.
Oh, yeah, what's up, mate? I'm Garlic Salt. I'm garlicky and I'll probably make you shit yourself later. I'm garlicky and I'll probably give you diarrhea, mate. Just warning you.
Fucking worth it though.
Yeah, it is worth it. God damn it. Why? Why do I think of these things? But, yeah. You wanna know something else?
What?
I think that recently, children's cartoons, like, have gotten more piss-weak,
Yeah?
if you know what I mean.
Well, it's hard to say because I don't really watch it.
Yeah, well, I'd probably watch Cartoon Network if I had Foxtel, probably. Now, where the hell am I going?
What was the one with like about like the
What the? What a fuck.
little dude who was like a scientist?
Little dude? Dexter's Laboratory?
Yeah.
That shit was good.
That was the best, man. I used to love that when I was a kid.
That is a great show.
Dexter, my man.
Didi, get out of my laboratory! Oh, I can't do a fucking impression of him. Like, I don't even remember what his voice sounds like. But I think that's pretty close. You know? I can't remember his voice, but that's my best impression I'm gonna do.
We'll Google it later. We'll
Fucking... Yeah, like... Shows seem to be... going... What? Oh, okay. No, it's not gonna happen again, is it? Shows seem to be like going way downhill. Ooh. Oh, dead. Shows seem to be going like way downhill, right? Cause like you see shit like I don't know, come on, like Amazing World of Gumball or something, right? Where it's just like childish fart jokes. Like I haven't seen an episode of newer shows like that I've liked, you know? Hold on. Let me see. I want to see something. Oh, I was trying to do that thing again, but...
What are you trying to do?
Remember how on the Mario playthrough we like got to 0 life and hit the mushroom, making it so that we lived and died? I was going to try and do that again, but I don't think I'll bother. Those sorts of happy stances only happen by accident. Like that. That was the reverse! That was the reverse of that. Anyway, so... Like, see, what I like about older children's shows, there was a point where, like, children's shows changed, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you how they changed. Children's shows, or family shows, to call them by a different name, I suppose, changed when people... I think it changed with the generation, okay? Because, like, early 2000s was, like, still an older writing generation, where, like, at around this sort of time, right, probably people coming in from, like, I don't know, like, movie school or something, like, from animation school, who watched those good shows when they were younger, are doing, you know, they're probably doing it now, right? And, what they don't seem to understand, right, that the old writers did, is that children's shows are also sort of classed as family shows. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Where you got to make it so that everyone can enjoy it, not just children.
That's why Disney got it so right.
Yeah, like not just children, you know, like not just children that laugh at our fart jokes. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, everyone laughs at a fart joke. It's funny.
Yeah, but see, a lot of them aren't, you know. Like I see shit like in children's cartoons and stuff where it's just like, you know.
That still get me.
Or the fucking arm fart. It's retarded. Anyway. But like, I remember shows like, Ed and Eddie was a fucking great show. Oh my god, have you seen that?
No.
That show is amazing, from what I remember.
See, that's the only issue when we talk about kids' cartoons now is we kind of suffer from the childhood bias of we watched all this stuff when we were a child.
I think Ed
probably
and
enjoyed
Eddie
it a
would
lot
still
more.
hold up.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see a lot of them about how they hold up.
Yeah. Maybe it's something for Buggy Bear Media. I don't know. However, I think Ed and Eddie would still hold up because like, cause like, there's a lot of jokes in that show that are like really good, like kind of adult in a way. Cause the whole point. That's right. Yeah, no, Ed and Eddie holds up, definitely. It definitely holds up. You can't say it doesn't.
I haven't seen it, so...
Yeah, because I'm now... The memories are coming flooding back right now. So... The show... Ed and Eddie, right, is a show, right, where... It's three kids, right? Ed, and Eddie. Okay? The titular characters of said show. So, okay, yeah, they call them to avoid confusion. Like, to avoid confusion, they used different like code names for them. So like, instead of calling them Ed, and Eddie necessarily, like one of them was called Double D instead. He was still called Eddie, but they called him Double D to stop confusion. You know?
Is that the adult joke?
No, it's because he was Ed with two Ds and not Ed with one D.
Oh,
you
right.
know? But it wasn't. I don't think it was necessarily adult, right? However, it was fucking good slapstick, okay? There's another thing that's a lost art. You don't see good slapstick anymore. You know? Like, I have not seen good slapstick anymore. Like, Ed and Eddie, though, that show had really good slapstick. You can't lie about that. Like, that show had such good slapstick, because it was like... The soundtrack of the show itself, right, was it was jazz. It was a jazz soundtrack, okay?
Nice.
And like, oh, get on there. It's it like has the thing in the comedy around Ed and Eddie, right, is like, it's three kids, right? Three, like, ghetto kids, basically. Because they're like the poor ones who can't afford shit. Trying to get jawbreakers?
Oh, like the Gobstoppers.
Yeah, basically them. Like, and like, they're trying to get money to afford jawbreakers. And so Ed, actually no, I think that might be Eddie, not Ed. The one in the yellow shirt, he's like the main one who comes up with like zany schemes, right? And then Double D's the one who's like, I don't think we should do that. But then they do that, and then Eddie... Okay, so Eddie is basically the Cartman of Ed and Eddie. You know? Except I think... Eddie's a little funnier though, I think. Because like, Cartman is like a full arsehole. But like, they're both full assholes. But like, Eddie gets his comeuppance a lot more than Cartman. You know? Which is why it's funny, because he just gets comeuppance. And then there's Ed with 1D, who's like just a bumblefuck retard. Like, that is literally Ed. Like, He can't. But it's so funny though. Is the thing. Like he literally just says words and then walks into a wall. Like that.
Wow, that's
It's the sort of shit that you're dealing with. And the sound cues, because it's all like saxophones and stuff, right? And like, it's like saxophones and drums. So, like, there's always like a comedically timed saxophone or something, like comedically timed trumpet whenever someone like falls over. And that's part of the comedy of it. Sort of like I did. You saw in my animation I did, where like at the beginning, where like there was the two horns.
Yeah.
And like one of them was like a slightly lower key than the other.
Yeah.
That, like that, but better done. You know? Like, whenever someone's in like, you know, like something happens, there's like a horn for it. It's like, you know, it is so good. Like I would say, if I'm remembering correctly, give it a watch, because I'm pretty sure I'm remembering correctly.
I like the jazz soundtrack. That's all.
Yeah, it was such a good show. Now, what was your favourite kids cartoon?
I don't know, man. I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid.
That doesn't count.
Like I said, I really struggle to remember shit I watched when I was a child.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I can't remember the shows, like that Dexter show, but I remember anything that happened to any of the characters. I just kind of locked it all out.
Strange.
Indeed.
I'm trying to remember what other shows were good. Oh wow, there was actually this other show that's more modern than Ed, and Eddie, right? But still in that time when writers were good, you know? Called Chowder.
Chowder.
That shit was fucking hilarious, you know? Cause like there was like a bunch of like fourth wall breaks, and it had like different styles of animation in it.
The fourth wall breaks usually annoy the fuck out of me. I don't like it.
Nah, but these fourth wall breaks were really good.
Like a Deadpool, you think Deadpool?
What? I saw a clip of it recently, of Chowder recently, right? Where like the show of it is that it's like a cooking show sort of thing. I don't think it was a cooking show. But, like Chowder is like a chef's apprentice who like fumbles into trouble. We're gonna probably talk about this next time because I think I've recorded this episode long enough.